the moment that I decided that all of the rejection that I was getting was for me, it became a wee, teeny, tiny bit easier. So, we're going to do some reading. So, let's read a little bit out of chapter 2. You see that title? Change your relationship with rejection, change your life.
And I liked it.
Hola! Oh my gosh, it's been a while. My gosh, it's been a while. Welcome to the Like That podcast. I'm your host, Shawnee Billion. We sitting on the stoop. We outside the apartment sitting on the stoop today because I haven't found a location that I like yet. And the sun is going down and this is the place I get the sun and I'm using natural sunlight. And then yeah. How you doing? How goes it? We got like 8% battery. So we go if it dies, I might change outfits, I might change wigs. I don't know. But I wanted to make it my business to get out here and record today. Because the devil, it's not gonna stop me. Anyway, today episode, I'm really just winging it today, I ain't gonna lie. But I have been reading Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima. Let me tell you about this woman. I have let me I don't want to overdo it, but I want to give it its justice. I have been so motivated by this woman, and I'm only on chapter 3 of this book. My daddy gave me this book. He was like, Tershawn, ooh, and it said my real name. Pick it up. He said, Shawnee. Really, he called me by my real name, but Shawnee, this the best one of the best books I done read this year. And he said that in 2024. That's when he gave me the book. This is one of the best books I done read this year. He's like, you need to read this. He gave me the book. You want to know how I knew the book was what it needed to be? Is because he asked for it back. He said, yeah, I'm gonna let you read this book, but I need my book back. I said, oh, it's like that, like that. Yeah, it's like that, like that. And he's not lying. Like, this book is so good. Like, it's so good. But what I wanted to talk about today, and I'm gonna just hit like a few points. Like I said, we got like 5% battery, probably 4 right now. But I wanted to talk about how she talks about building a better relationship with rejection. And the entire second chapter of this book talks about her different strategies on building a better relationship with money. Matter of fact, this is Jamie Kern Lima. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Built such an amazing relationship with rejection because she was subjected to it. And that's one thing that I feel like I have been subjected to over the last year is racking up those no's, racking up that rejection, racking up like being told like you can't, being told like you are not going to do that, being told like, yeah, that's cool, but it ain't good enough, or she thinks she doing something. She really just getting on people's nerves. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but still having that fire inside of me to keep going. It's like, and it almost kind of like fed me, like taking that energy, like, oh, you think, oh, you thought, oh, yeah. But even then, God kind of changed it even so. It's like, we're not doing things to prove other people wrong. We're doing things to show other people that they can also do it, if that make any sense. It's like, I'm not doing it for the people who are giving me the no's. I'm doing it for the people who are also receiving no's, like to motivate and to inspire those who are reaching as well, and those who are going to come after me, just like I'm coming after this woman. And she's showing me like, hey, I started out like that. I started out damn near going bankrupt. I did go bankrupt. I started out about to go bankrupt. I started up not having any money. I just started out with this dream, and it was not easy. It was not easy. It was not easy. But the moment that I decided that all of the rejection that I was getting was for me, it became a wee, teeny, tiny bit easier. So, we're going to do some reading. So, let's read a little bit out of chapter 2. You see that title? Change your relationship with rejection, change your life. So let me give you a background story. This woman, she has a cosmetic line called It. She was working on this cosmetic line for years. And the story that she talks about is having the opportunity to go on TV and to sell on TV. You know those commercials? Mostly it's not a commercial, it's a sales channel where people like have their models and stuff up there and they're using their products on their models and they are live on TV making sales. So she was invited to one of those type of situations, and at first they initially told her no, but then she ended up they ended up telling her yes. And the reason they initially told her no is because of the type of models that she was using. She wasn't using pencil thin models or models with the most perfect skin already. She wasn't staging her makeup. She actually wanted to help women who everyday girls, and not even everyday girls. Her herself suffered from a skin condition, and she wanted to make sure that she was reaching out to the people who are also facing the things that she's facing every day in life. Like she had like the red pigmentation on her face and it raised sometimes. So she wanted to make sure that she reaching out to her girls like, look, God gave me this. I have this skin condition. I know there's other people out here in this world. I hate when lip gloss does that. That's because I'm not wearing any beauty today. It's what I get. But she said, I hate it when what did she say? She used to hate to go outside and not have makeup on. She used to hate to go outside and show her real skin. So she's like, I know there's other people and other girls out there in this world that feel the same way that I do. So I got to make sure I put on for my people. And that's exactly what she did. And she stayed, like, she was loyal to her why. And that's why she was able to sustain, not even sustain, but withstand. That's the word. She was able to withstand all of those no's, which is a super important detail. If you're working on something in your life, if you're pushing towards something and you don't have a why, it's so easy for you to be like this, like, like a leaf in the breeze. It's easy for you to be off and to be on and be on and be off. You know what I mean? If you don't have, if you don't even know why you do it. And hey, there's some geniuses out here that just give it one take, one try, and be good. I don't put nothing past God. I don't. I don't. I don't. But for the sake of the story, for the sake of building companies, for the sake of building dynamic relationships, for the sake of, you know what I'm saying? Go get some no's. Okay, so now that you got a little bit of a backstory of what this chapter is alluding to, let's read some of the highlights. And some of these highlights are from my daddy, to be completely honest. To be completely honest. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Is it cold outside? No. But are my hands frozen? Yes. Okay. I changed the meaning I gave to it, and it became the exact reason why I was accepted and loved by customers, but first by myself. When she's referring to it, she's referring to rejection. Okay, let's read another one. Let's read another gem. What would you do in your life if you had absolutely zero fear of rejection or failure? I sat and I thought about that for quite some time. I did. Oh, my little sister's calling me. My little sister just called me. I'm about to call her back. I'm just glad, she not kidnapped. My little sister don't answer the phone when I call her, or she called me more than once, like twice in a row. Like she's. Let me not even say that because the mouth is powerful. She's very safe. She's very safe. But I have a mother's worry over that child, over my girl. She's like 23. She's not a child. She's 21, 22, 21. Anywho, she's a girl. Okay, let's see what. I I sat and I thought about that question for a minute, and I came up with a couple of things that I was actually doing, and a couple of things that I was just would rather do anything but because of the fear of that rejection. I'd rather do anything else than what I know I really wanted to do because of the fear of rejection and feeling rejected again. So I encourage you to ask yourself that question. I'm gonna put it right here. Write that question down. And I want you to spend some time on it. We may have a couple questions I want you to ask yourself, so hold that thought. Let's read another gem. I've learned it's just too easy to fall back into fearing rejection or failure, that's a gem right there. Like I just said, there's so many distractions that's happening in the world today that could keep your attention away from what it is you actually want to do. And it could be so justifiable. I mean, I've been in a situation, and even right now today, like I could say, I'm not going to record my pod because I don't have my content room set up, or I'm not going to record my pod because I don't have the camera that I want, or I'm not going to record my pod because I feel like I want better sound. I'm not going to record my pod, like, and it's so many reasons and things why you can't do anything. Like the sun was going down before I came outside today. I'm not gonna lie, I was telling myself so many things not to why I should not record today. I'm like, it's gonna get dark outside, the lighting is bad, where I was gonna record is super dark over there. I was just telling myself something, like, it's kind of cold outside. It's supposed to freeze tomorrow. So my why began to kick in when I started getting into that habit. And that's why I feel like it's so important that you ask yourself that question that we said, to make sure that you have your why in place, because it'll keep you going when you start, you know what I'm saying? When you start to doubt yourself and you start to feel like you're getting distracted, especially with social media. That's scrolling. You look up, your ass been scrolling for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me raise my hand. Let me not act like I'm not, because I definitely do that. But is becoming aware of it, 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 not just doing it mindlessly. Um, let's go. So I'm gonna read. Those are a couple gems that I read, but I'm also gonna read her strategy. So the way that she processes, she calls it the 4 R's of transcending rejection. Okay, so my phone died like I knew that it would, and now the sun is going down. Let's read. Number 1 is reveal. Identify your current default definition you give rejection when it happens, or the one you used to talk yourself out of even trying. These are often disempowering and happen automatically without intention. Number 2, redefine. Create new, empowering definitions that you're going to assign to rejection when they happen, or when you're tempted to not even try out of fear of them happening. Number 3, revisit and reframe. Revisit and reframe rejection of the past. Assign new meanings to these past rejections and failures that still feel significant in your life. Number 4, reveal. Reveal. That's the word, reveal.
Revel.
Reveal in rejections ahead. They no longer phase you. Think, dear rejection, you might be big, but my resilience is bigger. The two that I like the best out of her transcending rejection strategy is the revisit and reframe. Going back to past rejections that really like play over and over again on autopilot in your mind that keep you from doing stuff. Like if you ever performed before in front of an audience and you fail, or you forgot the words, or you farted, everybody heard it, and now you just, oh, I can't get on stage again because last time I farted. It's like you could go back to that time and like reframe what that meant for you. Like you got your emotions out, you were able to express yourself, and you did it, and that was a brave thing that you did. You're one of the brave people that do things when you're scared. So you're probably not the first person to fart on stage. You're probably just one of the first people that your friends and family heard do it. You know what I mean? And that's probably a bad example that I'm using, but still, like, you're not the first person to feel that way on stage or in front of an audience, or writing a book or writing a song or whatever it is that you're doing. You're not the first person to feel those emotions. So that's just an example of what you could use to go back to redefine what happened to you in the past that's keeping you from moving forward. And the second one that I like is the reveal and rejection ahead. Racking up the nose. Like, stop trying to like bypass them and make it perfect, or like be everybody's cup of tea so that you don't have to get those no's. Get those no's, bro. Get them. Rack them up. Rack them up. And as you rack them up, take them and use that energy for you to press forward. Press forward. With every single no, you are a step closer to your one yes. With every single no, with every single person that doubts you, with every single person that doesn't think your idea is good, with every time you have to go back to the drawing board and redefine and make your product better or make yourself better, every single time you have to go back, every single time is a step closer to your yes. every single time. So take that with you. Take that with you. But yes, I just wanted to read those with you. Oh, my hand's a little ashy because it's cold. Don't judge me. You can take a little screenshot of that. Boop, 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 boop. Take a little screenshot of that. But yes, we are actually on chapter 3, and I think I'm gonna come back and continue to read this book down with y'all. I don't know what y'all think. If you want me to start from chapter 1, I definitely will. And if you want me to keep going and keep reading, I might. I just might. I just might. I just might. Another thing. Aside from reading Worthy by Jamie Lynn Kerma, whoa, butcher her name, Jamie Kern Lima, I have also been reading The Science of Being. I haven't actually been reading this book. I have been listening to it, an audiobook. I have also been watching this creator, Neuro Knowledge, and he suggested finding 10 books this year and just keep rereading them. So I think I'm going to take that into consideration. This is one of them, and this audiobook is also one of them. We're going to get into this one next time. We're going to get into this one next time. We're going to get into because this right here. That's what it needs to. That's what it needs to be. That's what it needs to be. It's super, 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 super good. But yes, so if you want to join me, I'm actually thinking about starting a challenge with these 10 books that I'm going to be reading. And this creator had also set out his list of books that he thinks that would be beneficial for you to read over and over again. So I'm going to take a few books from him. I'm going to take a few books from my man's Luke Belmar, and I'm also going to take a few books that I feel are important to me, which is this one. So yes, join me in this challenge. This is going to be one of the first books that we're reading along with the audiobook, and you already know the book is going to be linked down below. Anywho, let me gas you up like I always do because it's cold out here. Now the sun's going down. You just watched another episode of I Like That Podcast, and I like that. You are reading it down with me, and I like that. You are working on yourself inside and out, and I like that. You know that you are worthy and enough where you are right now, and I like that. You know that there is nothing that you cannot learn, and I like that. You know that you are a limitless being, and I like that. You are loved, and you know it, and I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm leaving you with my favorite affirmation, as I always do, and the affirmation is everything. Oh, I feel like this one for me today. Everything is always working out for my highest good, no matter how it looks, no matter how it feels, at any point in time. I said everything is always working out for my highest good, no matter how it looks, no matter how it feels, at any point in time. That's it. That's it. Read it down. Let's get ready to read it down. Bye.
And I liked it.